Today I'm excited to join the governor and representatives from several local companies to talk about phenomenal economic momentum we are experiencing here, not just in Louisville, but around the Commonwealth as well. Last year in Louisville, we announced 50 expansion and attraction projects from companies that have committed to bringing nearly 4,000 new jobs and almost $1 billion in new investment. We had a record January for economic development here in Louisville. 4 companies announced plans to expand their Louisville operations, and another announced it's expanding beyond the original expansion plans that it already had. So these announcements total almost $170 million in committed investment in our city and the addition of nearly 800 new jobs in January alone. So it's a great, great start to the year. I want to thank and recognize the companies, some of which are represented here today: Confluent Health, Eurofins, Kroger, Piston Automotive, and of course our host here, Quadrant International. Let's hear it for Quadrant International, folks. There we go. Now, I'm an old manufacturing guy. That's where I started my career and spent my first 20 years in that, and really enjoyed building high-performance teams. And one of the things you know when you're building a great company is that you got to take care of your daily work. You got to take care of your continuous improvement work. But what each of these companies has shown us here as we move our city and our nation forward is how you have to be excellent at innovation, constantly investing and constantly innovating so that you can grow your opportunities, your revenue, and what you're delivering to our customers. So this innovation, you're seeing it come to life here in January. So by boosting its testing capabilities, Eurofins, for example, is helping us fight COVID-19. Kroger is making it easier for customers to get the food they need with a whole new way of using the digital world to get food to customers. Confluent Health is expanding its headquarters and support systems to help its partners better serve their clients, and they're growing their national footprint in a very dramatic way. And both Piston Automotive and Quadrant, in different ways, are positioning themselves to supply the burgeoning electric vehicles market. So EVs, electric vehicles, as we all know, they are the future of the automotive industry here and all over the world, and that was underscored late last year with Ford's announcement of the new electric battery plant in nearby Hardin County. Gov, if that wasn't the biggest economic announcement of the year in the country, that was phenomenal. So for you and the team to land that here in the Commonwealth is really going to change the future of Kentucky for decades and decades to come. So that announcement, combined with those that we make today, just continue to build upon each other and will allow us to attract even more EV investment. So I think we're really just getting started. So this is how we as a city and a state, in partnership with these great companies, position ourselves for the burgeoning EV technology market that we will be a hub for here in the Commonwealth. Now, this didn't happen overnight. Each of the companies that I've talked about has been part of our city for quite some time. Quadrant, for example, first located here 20 years ago, and because of the relationship that they have built with the city and the value proposition that they've created, they've stayed, they've made significant investment in our city, and we're really pleased to see that when companies grow here and say this is a great place to be and let's continue to bring new investment. And even though Louisville, along with the rest of the country, saw activity slow in the early days of the pandemic, our economic growth indicates that we're really back to pre-pandemic levels. Listen to this. Louisville has recovered 99.5% of the jobs lost during the pandemic versus 84%, which is the average for the rest of the United States. So we are 15 points ahead of the rest of the country. That is strong work by the companies here in Louisville. Our unemployment rate, 3%. National average, 3.9%. So another indication of overperformance. So good job to all the companies here in Louisville and the help from our team at Louisville Forward, our economic development arm. I really want to recognize Louisville Forward for the great work that they do. Jeff O'Brien, Ben Moore, and the entire team, thank you all. We created Louisville Forward in 2014 when we heard from companies that they wanted to deal with one entity that could help them with economic development, real estate development, and talent development. Just a one-stop shop. Companies don't want to fool around by going to 5 or 6 different agencies. They want one-stop concierge service so they can just focus on what they do best, and that's taking care of business. So thank you to the Louisville Forward team. Since their creation, the team has closed projects representing $8.5 billion and almost 35,000 new jobs. So that's a good job for Louisville Forward. We're also seeing an increase in our wages. So that was a big focus of ours, not just more jobs, but more family-supporting wage jobs as well. And our wage growth, adjusted for cost of living, has increased over 13% since 2015. So we want good-paying jobs as well. Now, while Louisville Forward helps companies navigate local processes, they also can connect them to our great partners at the state. And I can't say enough about how well Louisville Forward and the State Economic Development team work together seamlessly just to get the job done. Doesn't matter who gets the credit. So we're really grateful for the leadership we have at the state level under Governor Andy Beshear, who's ushered in a new era of economic prosperity in Kentucky. It's quite fabulous. The governor's been in office a little over 2 years. Just imagine how this is going to continue going forward into the future, even as he has so ably led us through this deadly pandemic. So I know he's eager to tell you more. Please welcome our governor, Andy Beshear.
All right, good morning, everyone, and certainly thank you to Mayor Greg Fischer. The state of the Commonwealth is strong, and one of the major reasons is the state of Louisville, and its economy is strong. As we forge what is almost a new direction of potential prosperity, the likes of which we have never seen, where some of the largest companies in America are picking us, and people are not just reshoring, but bringing types of jobs and manufacturing facilities that have never existed in the United States. It's happening right now, and it's happening in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Kentucky's economy is truly on fire, as is the city of Louisville. Last year, we shattered every economic development record in the books. On any given year, we typically average between $5 and $7.5 billion of new investment. Last year, a record $11.2 billion of private sector investment. On any given year, we love creating, 7,000, maybe 8,000 new jobs. Last year, announcing a record 18,000 new jobs at the second highest wage in our history. And we are not slowing down, because thanks to so many companies, including Quadrant, we just had one of the best Januaries in our history as well. Over $660 million in new investment, over 1,400 new jobs. And as I'm going to talk about in a minute, jobs of the future. Exciting jobs that attract talent and that we know are going to exist 20 or 30 or 40 years from now, that people want to work in, that help power the electronics and machinery that are so critical to the United States of America. We cannot recognize the success of this state and the excitement of no longer having the impediments that maybe we faced in the past without recognizing the success of Louisville and Jefferson County. Jefferson County announced in 2021 projects that created over 3,500 jobs behind nearly $950 million of new investment. And folks, that's just the companies that came for incentives. We see so many other projects going up every single day. I remember being with Mayor Fischer at groundbreaking of a hotel. I think it was in Nulu. There's so many going up, it's hard to remember. And I'm talking to the group from Brooklyn and from Austin. And they said to me, Andy, because I still like to be called Andy, they said we hadn't talked about Kentucky in our boardroom in the last 10 years. And we're talking about 5 to 7 projects across Kentucky right now. We're the talk every boardroom across America. And every country across this globe now not only knows where we are and who we are, but most importantly, what we can do. It's companies like Ford making their largest investment in their history in us, in Kentucky. Amazon operationalizing the largest investment in its history in northern Kentucky, picking us. Novellis making their first new facility since 1982 in Todd County, picking us, now doubling in size. Pratt Paper building a facility larger than their one in New York City, cleanest, greenest recycled paper mill in the world, will be right here in Kentucky. Over and over, people are seeing what we already knew, that this is a special place. And where you bet on us, we will not let you down. And so to Quadrant and every other company locating or expanding, we're going to march right alongside with you. We will not let you down, and I know this new facility is going to be incredibly successful and profitable. Thank you all. Quadrant's been a part of this community for the past 2 decades, so they already know that this is a wonderful place to work. But what they are doing, what their announcement in January and what we're doing here is special. I don't believe a facility like this exists in America, or it will be one of the only facilities in America. They aren't just reshoring, they are shoring types of jobs in manufacturing that people didn't think could be done in this country. They are proving the doubters wrong, and they're doing it with Kentucky labor and this great community here in Louisville. This is going to be a new 171,000 square foot rare earth magnet manufacturing facility. Think about that. In the midst of this pandemic, talking about what we lack here in the United States, we're going to be saying we're doing this work not just in the U.S., but in Kentucky and in Louisville. It's going to help position us to go to the next level and to be a leader in magnetics production going forward. And I hope y'all will get a chance to take the tour that I just did. It is a lot of science. It is a lot of incredible people doing work that takes the type of brains and talent that we want to keep our very best here in Kentucky, and we want to attract even more. With the company's plan to invest over $95 million, and this is the great part, create over 200 quality jobs right here in Louisville. This is an investment in us, in Louisville and in Kentucky. Project also highlights our rapid growth in the electric vehicle industry. Think about it. With Ford and SK's announcement, we're going to be the electric vehicle battery capital of the United States of America. With Toyota's $500 million additional investment in their first facility in the United States in their history in Georgetown, we'll be participating through that as well. With Firestone adding 250 jobs in Whitley County to serve this market, and our phone ringing every single day, whether it's battery suppliers or others. Folks, we got a chance. We got a chance to be the very center of the new automotive sector in the United States. Another project with ties to our EV-related growth is Piston Automotive, which also announced an expansion on a previously announced investment in Jefferson County. Piston's going to relocate to a larger facility, more than a $26 million investment, 117 full-time jobs. And what we're seeing here today with that Ford announcement is every one of these announcements is good for all of us. It creates the magnetic pull and that gravity to bring more and more opportunity to us and to create more of these jobs. Another key industry for both Louisville and this Commonwealth is logistics and distribution, some of which is done out of this facility. So I do want to mention the announcement in January of Kroger. Their plan to announce a new e-commerce spoke facility on Robards Lane is the latest project from a wonderful partner with Team Kentucky. That company employs more than 19,000 Kentuckians and promises to add another 161 jobs. They've also been a great partner in everything from COVID testing to vaccinations, and we're one of our original partners in the Everybody Counts initiative, where we're going to try to get every single graduating JCPS senior either in higher education or signed up for a job before they graduate. Then in January, we announced Confluent Health will relocate and expand its headquarters in Jefferson County, $10 million expansion, creating 350 well-paying jobs for a company that right now employs 123 people in Jefferson County. This is an exciting expansion and certainly is a huge addition and vote of confidence in this community. You know, Louisville's healthcare sector speaks for itself. That includes Eurofins Genomics, an international provider of DNA sequencing. That company is constructing a new facility in Blankenbaker Station Business Park. It's $35 million investment to push them ahead. Think about it. There is so much going on right around us right here. In the last year, Ellie Diagnostics, a full-service veterinary wellness and diagnostic service producer, 100 new full-time jobs. UPS Worldport and its continued growth. And another company showing manufacturing can work in the United States, GE Appliances, adding over 1,000 new full-time jobs, $450 million of new investment, another partner in that Everybody Counts initiative. I hope y'all are fired up. I mean, what an exciting day for this company and for the workers here. What a vote of confidence in you. That this company knows that they can expand right here and that they're counting on your leadership to bring in so many other people. And to think about the supply chain issues that we face right now, whether that's overseas or right now our neighbors to the north. This is going to solve so many issues for us here in the United States, for our national security, and to ensure we don't see delays and challenges that we saw in the pandemic. I am truly excited about today's announcement. I think this not only keeps us on the map, but shines a brighter light to the bright minds, the great companies, and the incredible work being done in Kentucky and across this city. So with that, when you announce a major expansion in Kentucky, when you announce hundreds of new jobs, when we get to say something like rare earth, which is a pretty exciting thing for us to market to other companies, you get a gift. So for Michael, on behalf of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, every time you announce a new expansion, we have another gift.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
And with that, I want to turn it over to the star of the show, Michael Brand here, representing this great company. We talk about the effort from the city. We talk about the effort from the state. We don't worry about credit. In the end, we give all credit to these amazing companies for the great jobs they're going to create.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, the first thing I want to do is say good morning to everybody and welcome to Quadrant. Great day. I'm glad we're outside as opposed to inside. So I want to also thank Mayor Fischer and Governor Beshear for being here today for this announcement. And actually for us, it's a celebration. We've titled this project Neograss. It's by Quadrant. And I just want to say to you two that your staff has been fantastic to work with. So thank you very much. I'd also like to recognize some other people in the state and in the city who have really walked this journey with us. So first I'm going to start with Louisville Forward, of course, and the Kentucky Economic Development Group. They have been fantastic, and more than anything, they've been a guide for us. And without them, we would not be here today. So I see a bunch of the folks here in attendance. So thank you very much for your help. It has been fantastic. Some of the other divisions and departments within the state and within the city that have helped us, I have to acknowledge them too, because they were part of this also. First, the fine people at the Planning Commission were tremendous for us. Metro Council was amazing. LG&E has been great helping us to get to where we are. Hollenbeck Oakley, who's right across the street from us, has been a wonderful partner the whole time. And our legal staff, the Barton Werper Group, has been all wonderful. These people have been instrumental in this day happening, and I will tell you right now, I can't thank every one of you individually, but please understand today's celebration is not just Quadrant's, it's also yours. You have brought us to this point, so thank you to those people too. So, I just have a side note to all of this, and the side note is when we started looking for places to put a new magnet manufacturing facility, we were courted by quite a few cities in all of this. Everybody wants to be the EV guys. Everybody wants to be, in charge of rare earths, all that stuff. But we knew that this was the city. We knew that we were going to build and develop right here. And it's because of the leadership of Kentucky's and the Louisville's and their relationship with the businesses. So it made it an easy choice in the end for us. They have vision. You can see it. As you talk to the business community, you can feel it. So these two have really also set the tone and the culture for us to want to be here also. So I'm going to steal one line that I heard over and over again in the last 2 years, and that line is, truly, this is Project Neograss, but it was brought about by Team Kentucky. So thank you very much. Yes, yes. So the name of our company is Quadrant, but the name of this project is called Project Neograss. So I guess the question is, what's Project Neograss? Well, it's an expansion of our current facilities that you see behind us. It's an expansion of our engineering, our design services, and our manufacturing facilities. And we're here in Blankenbaker Station, and we're going to stay in Blankenbaker Station. The investment by Quadrant for Project Neograss will bring magnet manufacturing, but more than that, it's going to bring innovation, and it's going to bring research back to one of its original homes, which, believe it or not, was Kentucky. So we're glad to see it come back. Magnetic materials themselves, for those of you who don't know magnets, are really critical components in our everyday lives. And Quadrant is truly one of the leaders in the industry when it comes to engineering, manufacturing, materials research, and most important, advanced technologies. So this is where our sweet spot is. Project Neograss is going to create jobs, it's going to support the local community, and it's going to bring back the full innovation and technological advancements and development back to Kentucky, which we're so proud to do. The products that are going to be produced in this factory are going to be used in applications such as electric vehicles, motors, medical devices, consumer electronics, robotics, consumer products, sensors, and just so many other applications that we use in our daily lives that you don't even know magnetics exist in. So this manufacturing and research center will further position Kentucky, and more specifically Louisville, as the leader with us in magnetics, innovation, research, growth, and what we feel is even most important is the rebirth of an industry coming back to the U.S. As I think the mayor mentioned, Louisville has been part of Quadrant's roots for many years now, and we're very proud of that, having roots here. And we chose to expand here because we've had such a positive environment, a positive business relationship in this environment with the city, with the business community, and I have to recognize this, with our neighbors. And that has been really important to us. Our neighbors have been wonderful. So Project Neograss is an exciting venture for us, but it's great to know that we're expanding in this community and not somewhere else. And we look forward to many more years of the collaboration and the partnerships with not only the city of Louisville, but the state of Kentucky. So I just want to say thanks again to everybody who's made this happen. Quadrant is so excited to bring magnet manufacturing back to this area, and we're so positive that the magnetics industry itself is going to thrive and grow even more within Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you very much.